Legion has been on fire the last 5 weeks, I would say, beating out top teams, and I mean they're looking good.
Yeah, 100%. I kind of wish I had this team from the start. They were obviously playing catch up when I picked Friday up in around week 5 or 6. Inferno made a storming start to the season. They've pretty much been second all season behind the Concealed. However, they did manage to pinch first place with Concealed forfeit in 2 series, I think, in the final week. So Rias have had their ups. They beat Inferno in the week 10, 3-1, which I predicted, may I add. But I do really want to see this as the final as well, as a fan of the Elite Tier. And obviously, with one of them losing this game, someone will have to make a lower bracket run. Paper, you can't really separate these teams.
No, you really can't. I mean, Inferno do have a lot more wins. I mean, a lot as in 12. That is substantial, I would say. A lot more goals for as well. So, I mean, on paper, Inferno looks like the better team. But the thing about Rias is that it's a new team, right? So
Yeah.
a lot of these stats don't really coincide with the team that's playing tonight. You can say this and that, but most of those stats are from an older team that are no longer there. This new Rias team most certainly can hang with Inferno, who has been on top, and like you said, 3-1 them a couple weeks past. So I, like I said, I think both these teams have the capability of getting into finals, even if they go into the losing bracket. They could have that Cinderella story type of thing, just like we saw with Android yesterday.
Yeah, I was just going to say we saw it with Android, and they made the perfect lower bracket run. All these teams are capable. The only problem I would say, when Rias are on form, they can literally beat anyone. However, they do have their slip-ups, and they have seen draws to the likes of Senpai's 2-2. I think they've lost singular games against the Bionic Beavers, obviously when you were part of that team as well. So they do have problems playing against some inconsistent teams. However, Inferno have also been like that as well throughout the season. But as you can see from the player stats, Destiny is that massive carry on this team this season. There is a reason he's player of the season for the second time in a row. 106 goals from 87 games. I think he's had something like 370 shots this season. I mean, in the elite tier, that's just crazy.
Well, it's crazy because he also has 31% shooting accuracy, which is the best on his team, and he has the most saves on his team. So, I mean, that guy is just doing everything, it seems like. But I have played against Ultras, Detroit, and Destiny, and they're all a force to be reckoned with. I mean, Destiny might be the star player, but all that whole team can play. And I mean, it's a scary, scary lineup. And as for Rios, you do have Aza Senpai, who is absolutely cracked. Friday is absolutely cracked. Harrigan, that whole team is also stacked. It's absolutely stacked. So um, I see that we got players joining in now. We will try to get to the game, but this is going to be huge. The first game of RSC Elite Tier. Let's get it going.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure at least 4 of these players have been near or hit 2K as well. So this is what the goal was for Elite when we put this together. This is the pinnacle of the RSC right here.
Yeah, most certainly. Two very top teams with top players going at it. I do believe Destiny was top 10 at some point in ones. Aza is definitely 2K right now, easy. So, I mean, really top players. This is as top as it gets in RSC.
Yeah, 100%. And I think we're going to see people feel each other out in the first game. Obviously, it's 4 p.m. on an Easter Sunday. Some people have just come off at a full stomach of turkeys and Easter eggs. So I think we're just going to see a conservative first few minutes.
I think so too. Both teams just feeling each other out. And I think, you know, when it comes to these two teams, a lot of these players have played in other leagues. They're used to the high stress, very close when they're from Ultras, the high stress of streamed games and playoff type games. So, like you said, these players are just stacked, and I think that they're going to just feel each other out. try to get some team plays going. As we see Fridays here in the corner, going to try to pass it in. He beats one out. Does get a good center there. Hazard not quite able to get the shot. Ultras with the clear. Going to try to take it himself. Getting a little bit of a bump play going. Some demo plays going. It might open things up. Another demo play coming out.
I'm seeing a lot of double commits in this first opening minute, and I mean, in other tiers, you'd say that double commits cost goals and stuff, but I think with people in the elite tier, they're just so confident that they're going to win the ball and beat out the opponent that sometimes two of them committing for a ball doesn't really cost them.
Well, what I noticed being in the elite tier is that they have such trust in their third guy. It might look like they're out of position, but these players are so fast and so capable that they're able to get back to balls that you wouldn't normally think they could as third man. So they can press up together and they can be kind of in that quote unquote ball chase type of mode because it's honestly calculated ball chasing and it works and they still get the save. So why not?
Yeah, 100%. And we're still seeing a bit of a conservative opening here. 2 minutes and there's still been no goals. There has been a countless shots for Inferno though, 7, but only they're all saved as well actually from Rias Legion. So Inferno are putting the shots on target. However, I don't think the keepers have really been tested.
No, and so far I think both teams are just trying to fight for that midfield. As this one might just snake in. That was really close. It could have been an opportunity. Both teams just trying to control that midfield boost, control midfield as a whole. But I have seen some more demo plays coming out from Inferno. They're trying to create opportunities and they're doing good job getting shots on. While Rias Legion has only had one shot in 3 minutes of this game, but still 0-0 and 2 minutes left.
We do see this a lot in the higher tiers where you can be pressed on your own goal throughout the game and then all of a sudden just get a counter and win by 1 goal. There are a few teams who have done that in the major tier this season. As Harrigan puts a shot onto the post, that's so unfortunate.
So unlucky.
However, yeah, that people do win games in elite just by countering and getting the 1 goal. It is just that tight that it can be decided by that. And Inferno will rue the missed chances if they do lose this game by 1.
Yeah, but it is for both teams. It's going to be just feelers for the first game. I think when we start to see the second game, third game come out, we're going to see a lot quicker game plays. We're going to see more passing plays coming out. They're going to try to start figuring each other out, and we'll start seeing some high-scoring games, I believe. Aragon almost had another chance there off the side. He's had a couple good chances now. Inferno bumping up to 3 shots. Still going to have to keep some kind of pressure here, and they're doing a good job of it. How's it getting a demo? This could be open. Friday wants to take the shot. Good job from Ultras cutting that one out. Friday controlling that backside boost, though. I'm not sure how Inferno is doing with their boost so far, but it seems like both teams are okay. They're just trying to control that midfield.
Yeah, Inferno just like they've dropped a bit further apart since the first 3 minutes, and Rias Legion are kind of making their way into the game now. That they had an opportunity a second ago where Friday Harrigan was waiting for Friday. I think he expected him to come in a bit earlier, which would have had a free shot. But there is pressure from both teams.
Yeah, it really is an even match so far, and we're not seeing the full potential from either of these teams yet as they're just trying to get feelers. It's going to go into overtime. We do have 8 shots for Inferno and 3 shots for Rias Legion. But it does seem like that Rias Legion is starting to get that pressure as they might just snake one in here from Aza, just booming it from midfield. That's how quick that is.
Yeah, and this is just sometimes a story of elite. You go 5 minutes without a goal and then you get a goal within 6 seconds off kickoff. Aza doing well to slot that in, and yeah, I think Rias will be pleased with how they approached that game. They did soak up the pressure in the first 3 to 4 minutes, didn't concede, saved 7 out of 8 shots, and they come away with the win.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Rias Legion planned that, where they would just play defensive, knowing Inferno would come out really hard right off the bat. It seemed like Inferno was all 3 together, pressing all the time, right next to each other. And then as the game played out, they started to spread out a little bit more. And Rias Legion took advantage of that. Good job from defensive side of Rias Legion, just keeping calm and then getting the goal at the end on the overtime kickoff goal.
Yeah, and as I'm pointing out, 6 shots, 7 saves. I think we've still got bots on in the lobby. So while Ultras changes his car, he was replaced by a bot. But as we go into game number 2, what do you think Inferno needs to do now to... Obviously, it's a best of 5 now, so they can afford to lose that first game. What do they need to change to going into this?
I don't think. I mean, the energy needs to be up now. You know, they're warmed up. They're saying, okay, let's get going now. But either of those teams could have won. It could have gone the other way for Inferno, getting a good kickoff and a kickoff goal for Inferno. So I think on that match it could have gone either way. Honestly, I'm not sure how much they really need to change besides just getting more into the game and playing their own game and getting that speed going. As Destiny gets a good touch there, or Detroit. No, it is Destiny. Sorry, the name got me.
Oh, Ultra saved that. I think he was trying to bump the keeper and he stopped the shot going in. So unfortunate by Inferno in the first 15 seconds.
Yeah, very unfortunate indeed. Harrigan gets a good clear there. Ultra's just waiting back for it. He's going to beat out one. It's going to center out to Destiny. Destiny's name is really killing me here because it looks like Detroit. Detroit's going to pop it over one. He's going to try to pass this out to Destiny. Not quite able to get the touch that he wants to. Destiny keeps it going. Az is going to control it on the sidewall. Is going to be able to clear it. And I do see Inferno just waiting back a little bit more. It seemed like last game they were pressing a lot harder, trying to keep the pressure. And they've spread out a bit. And I think it's going to work for them because now they have that third man just ready for those cherry picking goals.
Yeah, 100%. But when we talk about Inferno, we have to look back to last season when they were obviously Iovi. They've been here and done this before, and they did lose in that final to Bionic Beavers, or whatever they were called at the time, when RSC was a little NSFW. But they've been here before, and they have lost the final. Do you think that will play on their minds? Obviously, it was a shorter playoff system back then.
I'm sure they're thinking of it. I mean, you don't lose a finals game and not think about it going into the playoffs of next season, right? So I'm sure it's in the back of their minds, but I don't think they're consciously thinking about it right now, saying, you know, the difference is as well as they know, both these teams know that they are going to have a loser's bracket chance, which obviously you don't want to be like, well, we can always just win there, and it doesn't matter if we win this one, because it does. But they do know that there's a second chance, so to say.
Yeah, as Vector said yesterday, Knockout Rocket League is a different ball game. It's been a marathon season, but now this is the sprint. And Inferno are going to get the first goal of the second game. Ultrazenio just countering on a pinch. I don't know whether that was a pinch between Friday and Azza or between Friday and the opponent, with Azza rotating ball side, but it went back to their own goal. And that could cost them.
Yeah, I was a bit lucky in good positioning from here just to pick that up in the midfield, waiting for that upfield pass. Getting a little bit of passing plays going, but you could say it was a bit of a fortunate pinch there on their side. Harrigan can try to get this one into Azza, who might just get it. He slots it in. Really good pass and shot.
That is the way to reply. What a quick centre into the box. And Azza pre-jumped this, expecting the pass, and this is what we can just see from these high-tier players.
Yeah, and I honestly think they're just getting started. I mean, we're going to see some amazing plays. I still don't feel like they're playing completely as high as they can. But Azza might just get another one. Yeah, Harrigan was really close on that.
This is really boiling up. The temperature is soaring. The ovens were turned off a while ago for Easter Sunday dinner, but the temperature is rising in this lobby. 1-1 with 2 minutes to go. And there's some cracking shots coming out from both teams, but the saves are even better.
Yeah, some great saves all around from both teams so far, and both teams actually getting some chances going. Another pass up to Detroit. This one might go in. It's going to be off the sidewall. Not quite able to get the double touch that he wanted. He could have just left that, honestly. Yeah, teammates behind him. Going to go back the other way now. Harrigan might have a shot here. Very close and a lot of back and forth play right now with both teams having chances on goals.
Yeah, and I think both teams are being a bit hesitant right now, not wanting to concede that goal because it could mean the decisive game winner again. As I said earlier, a lot of these decided by one goal.
Yeah, and one goal indeed is all it could be. It's all it's needed right now in the last final minute coming into this game, the second game of this elite tier, and we're gonna see what happens here. I think at this point it could go either way. We do have 6 shots for Rias, 6 shots now for Inferno with a goal to add. So I mean it's pretty even. Great job just getting that off the backboard, and Destiny's there to slot it up on that left-hand side, and Harrigan not quite able to reach it.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate by Azza with the whiff off the backboard. I think he was boosting and air rolling at the same time and just didn't have that car control. And that means Inferno can pull one goal ahead, where it looks like Rias Legion almost countered straight away again.
Azza might have just saved that one.
Yeah, I think 2 of the players committed for that and saved it.
Yeah, but still lots of chances coming out for Rias. It's might be getting a little bit flustered at this point. Both teams just not wanting to make mistakes. I mean, that is this elite tiers, is you're going to win by not making mistakes. Whoever makes the fewest mistakes wins the game most of the time. So both teams, you can tell, are playing a little bit more reserved and trying to play smart Rocket League. 15 seconds left. Could have a possibility here. Harrigan can take it up the field. Azza's ready for a pass across. Friday just going to boom this one off. He's going to kind of give away possession. Ultra's having a mistouch, though. Azza might be able to get the shot on it. So close. Harrigan might have another chance. He fakes out one, and he does get it in the last second. What a goal. What a team play as well. Very unfortunate from Ultras there. He knew what he needed to do. He just wasn't quite able to get it away.
Yeah, I think Rias can be quite fortunate that Inferno couldn't deal with that in defence, because Harrigan had 0 boost, but he did have the ball under control in the corner.
Oh my gosh, we almost saw a kickoff goal from Azza there. That would have been insane, taking it off his own player, and the straight bar down shot almost went in. Very unfortunate there, but Azza going to take this one off the side. He's just going to give it away to Ultras, though. Does have 100 boost. Going to try to pass it in off the backboard, and Detroit's ready for it. He might get it. Another one up. Destiny, is going to try to double tap this one. Azza ready, though. This is elite, boys. They are on that backboard defense, no problem. Friday takes it off the back wall, puts it off to Azza, who's just a little bit too far upfield, and now it's a 2v1 possibly. Ultras does get it past Harrigan there, but not quite able to get it on target. Friday's just going to take this one. Azza's there. It is shot on, and it's a goal. Good speed.
I mean, the prediction from where the ball is going to go, he's already flipping before the ball's even where it is. And the connection just made it impossible for the 2 Inferno defenders to get it. I mean, Rias are on match point here. There's no messing about, and it looks like a repeat of Week 10 at the minute.
They are on match point, but I would not count Inferno out. They are still ready, locked and loaded to go and start a fire. So we're going to have to just see. Again, like I said, I think both of these teams, no matter who wins or loses, could end up still in the grand finals. This is a top tier game here, and you know there's a lot of Rocket League still to be played throughout the whole entire night. Would be awesome to see another Cinderella story.
I don't know about you, Thane, but I find Rias kind of fortunate to win this game, though. They were 2-1 down with 15 seconds to go, and as I was saying earlier, Friday took possession off Harrigan when he did have the ball under control but did lack boost. I don't know whether he called for Friday to take it, but like you said, Friday did give away possession. And Inferno tried to clear it along their own backboard, and Azza did predict it. You could say it was thrown away by Inferno in those last seconds.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate. I mean, I think the right person went for the ball. He just couldn't get the power, couldn't get it away like he wanted to, or maybe he was trying to control it for somebody else coming off the backboard. to clear it off of his car, maybe get a big booming shot on goal. You never know. Those things do happen though. So there's still Rocket League to be played, and no matter what, there is a loser's bracket.
Yeah, I think we do have to mention Detroit though in that game. He did up his game in that from that first game. He did have, I think, 5 shots, 3 saves, and he looked like he was doing most of the work in the attacking half for Inferno, which is usually Destiny's job. However, I would like to see more of Ultras in this series. I haven't really seen much of him, and I was a big fan of his last season. He had the second best stats to Destiny. I think he's been quite quiet so far.
So far, for sure, but he has been, Team of the Week, Player of the Week, whatever it's called, a couple times this season. Same with all 3 of these players for Inferno. So we're just gonna have to see. I think we're gonna see another speed start coming out, and I did like Inferno's passing plays. They really started to try to pass the ball upfield, get those midfield passes going, and it was just a bit unfortunate. Detroit almost slots one in there, not the power that he wanted. Ultra's going to try to get this one out to Destiny. Not quite able to. Detroit has a big booming shot, and that one was just over the crossbar. Harrigan gets the clear, but he's not quite able to. Ultras is up. Friday's going to get the miss, and it is goal for Ultras. And there you go, Archeon. Ultras showing up, just like you asked.
He's listening. He's turned up. It's Ultras. He's already beat Friday out in the air, and he comes into this game 3 and says, you know what? We're not losing this game.
Yeah, and it is great to see both of these teams just giving it another extra level and just trying to. You can already see that the speed has improved. They've spread out a bunch. They're trying to get more passing plays. They're being smarter. I mean, this is what we came to see.
Yeah, and I think these are 2 of the most team-oriented teams in the elite tier as well. We do talk about Inferno's passing plays, but also Rias. You can quite clearly see on the stats, and you could see in the final few weeks that there's clearly a dominant play style visible to the naked eye with the stats. You can see that Friday is very much the third man with Harrigan and Azza as second and first. And they do put up some really good passing plays, which we've seen in each game so far.
Yeah, most certainly. I think they're doing a great job, and doing a great job on defense as well. Azza not quite able to get the touch there. Friday's a little bit awkward. Harrigan realizes it has to go and dive in early, but defensive passing over to Azza. Friday's off the corner. Destiny had to deal with it. Azza's going to try to pop it back in. Ultras doesn't get the hit, but Detroit just passes it out. And all 3 players moving up the field for Inferno. They do have a chance here. Azza just gets a big clear. It was needed at that point. And this one's just going to be an open goal for Fridays. Can't miss that one. Nice job for the Rias Legion side, tying this one up. Half the game left with 2:30.
It's so unfortunate for Ultras. He's just turned up in the series. He scored the opening goal, but he has caused a few lapses of judgment in defence, and he has been beat out a couple of times in the last 3 games. Maybe that's just going to start playing on the mind going forward. I hope it doesn't, though. And we see a 1-1 game, and I think most of the games have been like this.
Yeah, they have been very even, and I mean, these 2 teams are, in my opinion, the top 2 teams. I mean, there is the Concealed still, of course, but on the role that Rias Legion has been, I would call them one of the top teams. So this is kind of like a finals game right now, and we're just getting it for an appetizer of the night.
Yeah, it is an appetizer. No chicken sizzlers here.
Yeah, we can't do the full course right out the gate, man. Just wait for the dessert, boys. Destiny trying to get this one out. Harrigan's just going to be able to control. Ultras kind of bumps Destiny there. Destiny was rotating ball side, messing up Ultras, not quite able to challenge it. Detroit just gets a booming clear, and Friday's going to have to deal with it. Destiny. I'm surprised he didn't take his time there. You know, Destiny as that super mechanical ones player. I haven't really seen many of his mechanics coming out tonight so far.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, it's just, I think it's probably a tense game. Like you said, this could be a final if it wasn't the first game in the upper round, and maybe both teams are just too tense and they actually want to play safe instead of going for style points.
Yeah, that could be most certainly. I know at this point, with 45 seconds left, Inferno is hoping to get this final goal to keep them in this series. We are on match point for Rias Legion. They just need one more win, and they will be going on to the next.
30 seconds to go. Rias in their own defense. Lacking boost as well, and it could cost them here. Good clear though by Friday.
No one there. Harrigan was wanting it. Friday didn't know that he was too far back. This was a good dunk from Ulchas. Destiny might have a touch here. He leaves it. You can see that it's not hesitation. They're just not wanting to overcommit for things that they don't have to. This one's going to go into overtime. Big game here for Inferno. They do not want to go down in that loser's bracket. Troy puts it up. Destiny. Sorry, go ahead.
Like you said, I think people are getting hesitant now. Inferno know one mistake will cost them the series, and whereas usually they'd attack balls like that, they're just leaving it and not overcommitting. And I think it's sensible from them, to be honest. They don't really want to lose this series in the way that they are right now.
No, most certainly not. That's a rough way to start the night, but this one just might go in. That was a huge, huge save from Destiny there. He had to get that one. Ultra's going to try to... No, Detroit goes for it instead. This pops up in front of the Inferno's goal. Haza gets it clear. Going to try to... Oh, gets a demo. It's just Detroit and Harrigan yet, and Harrigan gets the shot. Inferno goes into the loser's bracket, and Rias Legion will continue with a 3-0 victory over Inferno. And that's a big... I mean, I wouldn't call it an upset, but it is kind of an upset.
I would like to disagree. I called this result in week 10. I said that Rias would beat Inferno 3-1, and they did. And they've gone better. One better in the upper round one now, and won 3-0. A clean sweep of the number one seed in the league. And we saw it with Blaze yesterday as well. Playoff Rocket League is a different meal to league play. And Rias do go into that upper final at 20 CEST. And wow, I mean, I'm GM of this team. I've tried to be as unbiased as I can throughout the...
Yeah, and I think this could have honestly gone both ways, you know, with Inferno. Inferno was close on that, on 3 of those games. I mean, it could have, I felt like, gone either way. It wasn't like Rias blew them out, as opposed to what a 3-0 sweep looks like. But very unfortunate. And like you said with Blaze yesterday, top 1 seed, lost both of their first games. And it's just one of those things. Like you said, playoffs is a completely different animal. The stress gets to you. You know, you have lots of people watching you play. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to lose it, obviously. You most certainly don't want to get swept. So rough one for Inferno there. And I wish them the best of luck in the losers bracket. It's going to be a long road for them now with a lot of games to be played.
Yeah, and as you said, it wasn't that much of a blowout. People look at sweeps and think, oh, they won 3-0, they won 4-0 throughout the season. However, they were all one-goal games, and I think Inferno will be disappointed. And ultimately, it was just defensive mistakes that cost them the series. Trying to clear stuff off the backboard and not successfully doing it. Ultimately gifting Rias some goals and some dunks of their own to get an open net, really. And yeah, like you said, Inferno go down to the lower bracket, and they will have to make that Cinderella run like Android did yesterday, and it is a lot of Rocket League over the next 4 hours.
Yeah, it is most certainly doable. I mean, Android proved it yesterday. They did have to play every single game, more games than anybody. They got the bracket reset at the final game in that best of 7, played out 2 best of 7s, and that's a lot of Rocket League. So, I mean, anything can happen, and this is just the start of the night, guys. Lots of Rocket League to be played. we will be back in about 30 minutes. This one was quick, Archeon.
It was. I didn't expect to be having a 30-minute break when I woke up an hour ago. So we will be back, myself and Thane, in half an hour time. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and see you soon.
See you guys soon. Stay tuned.